Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I keep seeing the Knight of Pentacles keeps coming up in so many of the readings. I always hear the phrase slow and steady wins the race when I see that card. So yeah, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is going to be your April mid-month reading. I'm doing a 7-card spread using the Greer Tarot, and then I will pull a couple more cards at the end, a Numerology guidance card and a Kipper card. Okay, I just saw the Queen of Pentacles as well, so this could talk about some, hold on, the camera's a little bit, hopefully that's straighter. This could be talking about some sort of growth or progression from the Knight to the Queen. Ooh, and look, we have a true pair there. Okay, so definitely could be just you and or someone else that you're coming together with. Okay, this is a true pair, soulmate connection here. Both people really showing up in their highest power and vibration with the King and the Queen there. Could also be talking about, you know, if this is not a romantic connection, it could be talking about some sort of business partnership there with the Pentacles. So as I was saying, 7-card spread using the Greer. I'll pull a Numerology Oracle card for you and a Kipper card at the end. Since I'm not filming the cards today, I will take photos. I've been taking photos of all the readings. I'm going to post them over to my Instagram. So if you want to follow me over there, you can take a look at the full reading once it is up. Okay, and it should go up either later today or tomorrow. It depends on when I finish filming all the other signs. So I'm about halfway done. Okay, and lots of 2s energy, which came in for Virgo as well. 8 of Cups coming up at the bottom of the deck talks to walking away from past emotional attachments, things that held us back in the past, whether that's people, places, or things, thoughts, feelings, okay? Seeing the Knight of Swords reverse there, which also came up in the Virgo reading as well. So if you have Virgo in your chart or you're dealing with a Virgo, especially as we saw all of those earth sign energies coming up during the shuffle, definitely do check out the Virgo reading as well. In your past energy is the 2 of Pentacles. Making a decision, I'm also feeling like a little bit of a juggling energy with this, okay? Could have been deciding between 2 or more people, 2 or more business options, okay? Just finding more balance internally with yourself. I'm also seeing a lot of grounding with this, okay? That earth energy, maybe even going outside, connecting with nature, sitting in the grass, or practicing yoga, meditation, journaling, all those good things that can provide sort of, you know, spiritual and energetic grounding for us in our lives. I do feel like there's a decision either that you've made or that you're currently still thinking about, which again was very prominent energy in the Virgo reading as well, because they had several 2s come out, right? And 2s are always about binaries, decisions, partnerships, etc. Your present energy is the 2 of Swords, air energy, like you, Gemini's here, right? I'm also really being drawn to moon imagery in the cards this go around, and we have the new moon here, and we do have a new moon coming up in Taurus, right, which is an earth sign. So there might be something around setting some new moon intentions for that Taurus full moon, new moon that we have coming up next week. 2 of Swords energy, right? And again, this is your present energy. It always speaks to making a decision based off of your internal knowing or your intuition, not based off of, you know, physical or material aspects, right? Or things that someone may be sort of showing you or telling to you, because it almost implies that there's like something beneath the surface, okay? Or that, again, you just really need to go with how you're being intuitively called and guided, the direction you're being intuitively called and guided to go into. Your future energy is the 8 of Wands. Lots of messages. I'm also seeing like conversations, okay? Whether this is in-person conversations and engagements, conversations through text, phone calls, emails, or again, some type of intuitive or spiritual download here with the 8 of Wands. I just see like incoming messages and energy with this card, okay? Another card that also speaks to listening to and following your intuition. It does seem like for a lot of you, this is possibly related to work, okay? And it could be like work, like in the literal sense, like your job, your business, or I'm also feeling like working on an issue, right? Or it's perhaps like a past issue that's come up for you a lot, or working on a relationship, okay? And the work that's sort of required that comes along with that, all right? That's coming up in your future energy. Your action, your advice is the Star card, which is Aquarius energy, your air sign cousin here, okay? The Star card has come up in a few readings as well. I can't remember exactly which one's off the top, but this card is really about healing, okay? And also really honoring and being your true self. That's why for me, the sort of naked imagery on the cards, whether it's this card or the World card, it's really about bearing one's soul, really being oneself, being just who you are and being very open and honest and comfortable with that, right? Showing that side of yourself to the universe as well as to others. This is also a card about knowing how to properly take care of yourself, right? Like, and I don't mean like, you know, doing your laundry, cleaning. This is about like, how do we take care of our mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, right? And I love like the motif that I often get on this card is like pouring into yourself so that you can also pour out into others, right? But there has to be that balance there. And again, lots of balancing energy coming in with the Two of Pentacles as well as the Two of Swords in your present energy. Your environment card is the Fool, okay? Aries energy, and we just left Aries season today. We just went from Aries to Taurus season. The Fool energy is about traveling light, okay? There may be something, again, that you want to take action on. Perhaps it's related to this decision, could be work related, could also feel like there's a little bit of a risk involved, okay? But again, remember, without risk, there is no reward. So, you know, there's always a message with this card of like not acting impulsively or foolishly, but being okay with taking a risk, understanding that, you know, if there's past patterns or cycles of behavior or what have you that we've sort of been playing out and they haven't really been working for us, it's probably time to try and start something new, okay, and see where that leads us, even though we may not know how that will sort of unfold or unfurl, right? There's oftentimes when we're starting something new, a lot of quote unquote unknowns, but that's okay. That's part of the journey of life, okay? Also really traveling light here. I'm also really being drawn to the dog on the card in this depiction. So could be something about connecting with animals or nature or your pet, right? Spending some time with your pet or someone else's pet. In your hopes and fears category is the Seven of Pentacles, okay? And this card has also made an appearance in a few of the readings. Seven of Pentacles energy is about looking back, right? Hearkening to the past to learn from the lessons of the past and to grow upon those, okay? I'm again feeling for you, Geminis, that this is very heavily related to work, okay? So this is not like your actual job or business. It's again like, some sort of internal work or transition or transformation that you're going through, or perhaps one in some kind of relationship, okay? Looking back on the seeds that you have sown and what that has sort of reaped for you and building from there. I do also feel like there is, you know, I do feel this desire, this strong desire to sort of go into something new regarding work, perhaps something, you know, that is more fulfilling, that really speaks to you and speaks to your soul and to your passions. But then again, sort of having this fear around like, is this going to work or not? You know, and I'm being reminded of one of my best friends always says, face the fear and do it anyway, right? Because, you know, like fear is a totally natural sort of emotion, but it can really serve as a blockage if it keeps us from doing things that otherwise would yield really positive results. And that's sort of what I'm feeling here, is that if there is any sense of fear or hesitation, you know, figure out some sort of way to really combat that and to go after, right, with that Fool energy, what it is that you really want anyway. There's a lot of also like forward facing energy I'm feeling with you. It's like both, which I feel like came up in the Virgo reading too, but it's both like, it feels like it's hearkening back to the past. It's sort of building upon lessons from the past, but it's very much so influencing your future energy, your forward-looking, forward-moving energy. And your outcome is the King of Swords. This is your energy, okay? This is, again, being really sort of in your power, like how we saw that King and Queen of Pentacles at the beginning of the spread. The King of Swords, you know, is one of the highest energies for you air signs. And I really like this depiction of the card as well, because with all of the greenery and the wheat on here, it speaks to abundance, right? So again, in terms of your hopes and fears category, right? Like, will this be successful? Will it sort of yield fruitful results? This card seems to suggest yes, right? Again, you just have to be willing to take that risk with the Fool card. So I'm going to close the tarot portion of the reading there. I'm going to jump into your numerology guidance now. I'm seeing number 26, love partnership, okay? And I'm seeing the number 93, happy ending. So Geminis, there's definitely nothing here to worry about. I'm seeing the number 10, karmic completion. So yeah, definitely time to close out old cycles, okay? To move past things that have been holding us back emotionally or otherwise. I'm seeing the 10 of Wands just below that, burdensome energy, and then right below that I saw the Queen of Wands, which can represent a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? And you do have fire energy again in your environment. So Spirit, what are the numerology messages for the sign of Gemini? What card was that? Number 77, spirituality. Okay, this came up for someone else as well, but I can't, again, remember who exactly. As well as leadership, I'm seeing at the bottom. So you definitely could be stepping into like a leadership role. Again, whether this is work-wise or just sort of in your personal life, really stepping into your power is the energy that I'm getting. So it says, this card indicates a need to enhance your connection to the divine to improve your relationship with yourself as well as your quality of life. You are not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and your relationship with Source is your path to inner peace. When you find your way to God, you find your way back home. By selecting this card, you are being encouraged to celebrate and strengthen your relationship with the divine in whichever way you choose. You may opt for prayer, meditation, chanting, yoga, or periods of silence and contemplation. Perhaps quiet time in nature, going on a retreat, or attending a place of worship is something you prefer. It doesn't matter which option you choose, for there is no right or wrong. Only you can know the ultimate path to God. And it says, my relationship with the divine is my path to inner peace, is the affirmation there on the card, okay? Now I'm gonna get your Kipper deck. Okay, I am feeling like there's a heavy energy of concern, okay? And again, to me, it feels like not knowing what the outcome is gonna be, right? Not knowing, am I gonna be successful? Am I gonna be stable? Am I going to be in a solid, loving co-equal partnership? Well, here's what I'm here to tell you, that your thoughts and your words, right, serve as affirmations. So, I have another friend who always says, focus on your desires as opposed to your fears, because wherever your attention goes, that's where the energy flows, right? And so if you're constantly worrying about, am I going to recreate past disappointments? Is, this thing not going to work out? This thing's not going to work out. That's what you're going to get if that's how you keep thinking. It's okay to have, concerns, right? It's okay to have a plan, right, for however things may go. But you do want to try to maintain as positive and optimistic an outlook as possible so that you can have that positive, optimistic outcome. And remember, we did see the happy ending card come up. Okay, so what other, I think Leo got this card as well, false person, okay? I didn't really pick that energy up on in your reading. This could be related to that Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords energy. Like if someone is juggling or trying to make a decision, could definitely be, more than one person involved. If we're talking about a romantic situation, on a business situation, again, just listen to your intuition, because I feel like your intuition is trying to get you to see that there may be someone or something in your midst that isn't exactly being 100% forthcoming or honest, okay? This could be anything. Could be, again, a person, romantic partner, a business, or romantic interest, business partner, etc. But you do have false person flying out here, which is energy that also came up again in the Leo reading. So Geminis, I'm going to close your reading down there. If you like this reading, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through my website. And like I mentioned, I will be posting photos of these readings to my Instagram account. In either case, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye.